66 teams from 30 different countries have descended on Fiji.
World's Toughest Race, Eco Challenge Fiji. Talk to me about how you chart out this path and the teams involved.
You know, just the whole process of assembling the teams was amazing. You know, to put on a project of this scale and ambition was something we'd never done before, you know, and the whole goal was to genuinely build the world's toughest race, period, you know, and the course ended up as 672 kilometers. And for teams to do that, teams of 4, non-stop, 11 days, 24 hours a day, through the sort of terrain we had of, you know, ravines and mountains and waterfalls and swamps and forests, you know, and then ocean and rivers. You know, we genuinely on the start line thought, I wonder if any teams will finish this. You know, we knew that not all the teams are going to finish, but we definitely had a moment where we think, is anyone going to finish it? And what they went through was truly mind-blowing and inspiring, and a reminder of the power of the human spirit, and a reminder of our power when we can work together. But along the way, there was also a lot of pain and a lot of teams that didn't work together.
And when I think of Wild, I think of you. So maybe talk to me about some of the things that you've learned and that these teams will learn as they navigate nature.
I think one of the key things I've learned in my life, and that I was kept saying to these racers, were, you know, don't underestimate the wild and respect it, and never get complacent, never put your mind in neutral. You're always planning, always thinking. You know, these guys are no GPSs, having to navigate old school. You know, they're having to manage themselves when they've had 1 hour sleep in 4 days, you know, when they're exhausted, when they're bleeding and blisters, and, you know, never get complacent. You know, the minute you take your eye off the ball, you stop thinking, you know, it's going to bite you in the backside, and you'll make a mistake that will either have catastrophic effect on your ability to finish this race, or it's going to have a life-threatening consequence. And I think that's been a key lesson for me. And once you're out there on these adventures and you're in Mother Nature's terrain, never take your eye off the ball. Stay focused and always keep planning and anticipating the worst, because over 11 days and 670 kilometers, the worst will happen. And I said to the teams, all of you will make mistakes. You know, it's impossible to finish this race without making a mistake. And if you do, you are going to be so slow because of that process. You know, you're going to make mistakes, but it's how you react and recover from that and keep moving forward. And that's why the world's toughest race is such a symbol for everyday life as well.
Well, one of the things I love about that, you're a huge hit with our family, and with so much uncertainty this fall surrounding schooling and how parents are going to equip their kids, I love that in addition to watching this show and learning about nature, you also have a whole book series through Kane Miller of adventures and activities. Talk to me about why it's important for you to help introduce families to nature.
Because families is the heart of life, and it's also the heart of all of our strength. It's where all of our strength comes from. My strength comes from it, you know, and you've got to feed that power, and you've got to invest in that power. And, you know, we do it in different mediums. We do it through books, we do it through our adventure parks, we do it through a whole different things. And the world's toughest race is another vehicle for us to remind the world and to remind families that whatever they're going through, don't underestimate what you have together, that power of together. And it's why in the world's toughest race, we pick teams of 4, because it's like a family. You know, it's a tight family unit where when it works, it's beautiful and powerful. But if you stop investing in things that really matter, like little kindnesses and respect to each other and humility and helping each other, you stop investing in that, then that team unit, that family unit will fall apart. So I love the world's toughest race because it's an adventure way of showing us what matters in life and what keeps you going through, you know, the autumns and the lockdowns and the pandemics and the difficult family times. You know, it's the same qualities.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time. Really enjoyed it.
Say hello to your family.